Hey love bugs, how you doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. The week went by so fast. I love that you're here tuning in with me to Love Grind. I just love it. I adore it. 6 things to do after a breakup. Self-love. You gotta take care of yourself, and that's real big here at Love Grind. Taking care of your inner self, your inner joy. And so there's some things you can do after a breakup so you can get a little healthier, a little bit faster. Everyone processes it different. You have your own journey. But hopefully these tips will help you get there quicker, all right? Make sure you're going to Love Grind Facebook or Love Grind Instagram and friending me and following me on there and liking me on YouTube. We've got a bunch of new followers and I'm so excited. Our show's getting out there to everybody. I hope I come to you tonight with love in your hearts. Love is in mine. Love for my family, for the new friends that I've met, and from all the followers at Love Grind. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I really appreciate it. All right, I just want to let you know I'm not a licensed therapist. If you or anybody who needs help, please reach out. There's tons of resources. I've put them up on the page. If you need some help with addiction, okay? Love, sex, drug, anything, all right? There's tons of people who would love to help you. They'd love to see you just soar in your sobriety, okay? Remember that. 6 things to do after a breakup. It doesn't matter if you've been with someone for a matter of weeks, months, or years. The end of a relationship can still leave you feeling uneasy or uncertain about what comes next. That is the truth. Here are a few tips that can help you cope with the breakup and move on in a healthy way. And these tips are for the dumpy or the dumper. Just because you dump somebody doesn't mean you don't go through some turbulence. Probably not as much, but you still do, okay? Tip number 1, allow for mixed feelings. Breakups can be messy, especially when it comes to our emotions. Remember that it's perfectly normal to feel a wide range of emotions, including sadness, resentment, jealousy, regret, and relief, to name a few. All of these feelings are part of the grieving process, and allow yourself to experience all of your emotions without judgment can be an important part of the healing process. Don't be mad at yourself if you wake up one day so sad you can't get out of bed, or if you wake up one day feeling relief that that person's gone. Those are part of the grieving process, and just embrace them, feel them, go through them, and then throw them away. That's how I do. It took me a long time to do that, though. I would sit in my sadness all day long until I was like, what? Let me get the fuck up, you know? I can't just be sitting here all day. He's not, or she's not, so you gotta get up. All right. In fact, avoiding your feelings can sometimes cause them to become more intense, or they may sneak up on you in unexpected ways. It's also important to keep in mind that distressing feelings will likely go away or become less feelings over time. While you may be in pain now, know that it won't last forever, even though it may feel that way. It sure does, love bugs. I know if you're going through heartbreak, or of course if you've been through one, it feels like it's never going to end. I used to ask if there was an expiration date on heartbreak. I was so tired of being heartbroken, but there wasn't, and there's not. I still feel my heartbreak every single day, and I just have to talk myself through it. It will all be okay. Eventually, it'll be better. Tip number 2, set healthy boundaries. Knowing what to do after a breakup can be difficult. Setting healthy boundaries with yourself and those around you can help protect your mental and emotional health moving forward. Here are some examples of boundaries you can set after a breakup. Details. So remember that you're not obligated to share the details of a relationship. You're sure not, or your breakup. Contact. Whether you like to stay friends with your ex or not, it's usually helpful to take some time apart from one another following a breakup. Set boundaries with each other by agreeing to give each other time and space, okay? You need that. Mourning. It's okay to wonder how your ex is doing. Think about your relationship and even imagine a future where it all worked out. It's also normal to find yourself browsing their Instagram, keeping an eye on their Snapchat, or reading their old texts. However, setting boundaries around how you check in and on your ex can help you give you some peace. Okay? So give yourself 10 minutes a day, love bugs, to mourn. And that's it. Don't give them the whole day. And make sure, if you are going on social media, which is advised not to, that you prepare yourself for what you might see or hear, or some of the things that you might find out now that you're thinking a little bit more clearly and you're not in the relationship. So I advise you not to even do that. It's hard. It's hard for me. I just want to check up on him and stuff, but it doesn't make it any better. It kind of makes it worse knowing that they're alive and well and they just don't want to be with you. So just kind of fall back on that. Give yourself 2 minutes of the day, mourn that, and get over it, okay? Unexpected encounters. Sometimes there's no way to avoid an ex, whether you have classes together work together, or have the same friend group, it's a good idea to plan ahead for unexpected encounters. Possible, have a conversation about how to handle running into each other. So if you guys are in the same school or job, just make sure you tell each other, hey, we're not going to get loud, we're not going to talk about anything while we're here in this space, and make that a boundary, okay? Just friends. If you're going to want to be friends, which I think that's so weird, who wants to be friends with their ex? I mean, if you dumped me, why would I want to be friends with you? And if I dumped you, why would you want to be friends with me? I think that's the weirdest shit ever, but some people do. So don't spend the night with them, no cuddling and stuff like that, Okay, right before we go into the other tip, let's talk about harmful or abusive behaviors. Intimate partner abuse and dating violence can happen during the course of a relationship or after your breakup. It's important to remember, love bugs, that there is a support available if you or someone you know is currently experiencing harmful or abusive behavior. Examples of harmful or abusive behaviors include trying to control, make all decisions, preventing a current or previous partner from socializing or working or hanging out with their loved ones, destroying personal property, trying to control the other, using money to control or trap previous partners. Those are all signs of abuse. I think we all know what that looks like. Please, if you're in an abusive relationship, it doesn't get better, it gets worse. So get some help, or if you know anybody, okay? Tip number 3, reconnect with those around you. Okay, so after a breakup, you want to reconnect with those around you. Oftentimes, relationships become our primary source for socializing and support. That's why it's important to spend some time after a breakup to reconnect with the people who are closest to you. Sometimes we fall out of our friendships, love bugs. We're so focused on that partnership. Get back in touch with everybody. Make it a point to sit down for lunch or dinner with a close friend. Check in with your parents or your siblings. If you haven't been involved at home or fulfilling your share of roommate responsibilities, talk to your roommate to minimize potential frustrations. This can also be a good time to reconnect with yourself. Take some time to reflect on who you are on the outside and the inside of a relationship. Jot down a list of things and be grateful for them. Be grateful for who you are and celebrate yourself. Okay, love bugs, really do that. Number 4, focus on what you need most. Practicing self-care can feel like a chore when we're falling down, but it's important to make sure the most basic needs are being met, especially after a breakup. Here are a few examples of some self-love activities, self-care activities that you guys can do. Journal. I love to journal. That always helps me, takes my anxiety down. Organize and work through your thoughts, okay? Sometimes it's going to be a little bit tough, but if you write it down, nobody can see your journal and you can work on it privately. Get outside and move your body. Exercise releases endorphins, those feel-good hormones, and let me tell you, it works. Take a walk down the trail. Go get some sunshine. That'll help. Phone a friend. They can always give you some perspective on your breakup and make you feel a lot better, okay? Don't isolate yourself. Get some sleep. Always good sleep. I always say take a nap if you're feeling uneasy, and it'll always help out. Stay hydrated. Eat regular meals. Take small steps, because it is a big thing, heartbreak. And monitor your substances. Don't drink too much and don't start using. That's just going to dampen down your emotions, love bugs. And you're still going to have to face them in the long run. They'll just be 2 times heavier. Tip number 5. After a breakup, take some time to reflect when you're ready. Reflecting on your relationship with an ex can help you identify silver things, like learn more about yourself and discover healthy ways to move forward into the future. It's okay if you're not quite ready to dive into the details yet, but when you're ready, here are some helpful tips for reflecting. I did some reflection and it was so hard, love bugs. I was like, damn, am I a bitch? Oh man. So it's kind of hard, so make sure you're ready to do so. So here's some tips. Did you grow as a person? If yes, why and how? What did you learn about the way you handle conflicts? Did you strengthen your communication skills? What did you learn about the way you navigate romantic relationships? And are there any habits you want to continue outside of the relationship? So you guys broke up for a reason, and I'm pretty sure you fought about it several times, had issues about it. So really look at those issues. I say more than 2 must be true. If somebody's told you something, the same thing twice, look into it. It might be true. So when you're ready, work on those things and be ready to start fixing those things. And that's the only way that we can get better for our next relationship or partner, is if we start to self-reflect. Okay? What are non-negotiables? Dating provides us with an opportunity to explore our likes, dislikes, and deal breakers. Think through some of the things that are most important to you, like goals, religion, spiritual beliefs, children. Okay, so what are your deal breakers? Is there anything you like differently in the future? Let's face it, nobody's perfect. While it's important not to dwell on all the things we wish we had done differently, understanding the role we've played in relationships can help us learn to approach them differently in the future. So think back, love bugs, about the time with your ex. Are there things that you did or said that you're not proud of? I'm sure there is. I know I have tons. Do you wish you would have handled the situation differently? Yeah, I do. How do you want to show up in your future relationships? Just remember, don't blame yourself for the end of the relationship. Just notice that some of the things that you did that are not so healthy and fix them and start working on them. It's not all our fault or your fault or his fault or her fault. It takes two. Try to avoid beating yourself up. Love bugs. Number 6 after breakup is reach out for additional support. So breakups can be tough. We all know that, but you don't need to go through it alone. Check out these resources for additional support. So there's a site called Let's Talk. They're a meet and counseling site. They have group counseling and one-on-one, and those are psychiatric services and counseling, love bugs. If you're a veteran, there's something called International Love Addiction Counseling. So get online and check those resources out and make sure you're getting extra help if you need be. Like I told you on our last cast, there's tons of people and groups you can get on and get help with. So the takeaway from tonight is basically that you have to give yourself some self-care after a breakup. It's okay to be selfish and to take some time to do so. Being in a relationship is a union and a beautiful thing, and when it breaks, it's like grieving. So give yourself time. Don't give yourself so much guilt. You or your ex-partner. Just know that it will pass and time heals everything. So today you might wake up sad or relieved, and tomorrow might be different. But no matter what, keep your core principles. Try to stay no contact and give that person some space. That's something that I had to realize that was totally overbearing. And give yourself some space and time. Do some self-reflection, and you could be a better, wonderful partner in the next relationship. Okay, love bugs? Treat each other well. And until next time, I'm out.